Hi, it's me, Daphne. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am gonna be decorating my Kindle. I just wanted to put stickers on mine and make it all cute and bookish. And spoiler alert, I've already done it. I did film the clips of me planning it out as the sun was setting earlier today, so we will cut to that in a second. I have a ton of cute stickers that I bought for this. I have a pop socket, so I'm very excited to show you what I came up with. Let's switch over to past Daphne as I was decorating this Kindle. All right, so I have my Kindle and I have this clear case. I've been using it, so I'm just gonna give it like a little refresh wipe down. And then I have my pack of stickers. I got these off Etsy. I'll link the vendors down below for you. Let me show you everything that I had in that package. I picked up a pop socket. This is a metal flower one that I think is very pretty. I got this sticker for free in one of the orders. I'll probably put it on my water bottle. I don't think I'll put it on my Kindle. It's kind of big. I got this super cute one that says "You had me at" and has a bunch of romance tropes on it, like meet cute, enemies to lovers, love triangle, only one bed, forbidden love, slow burn, marriage of convenience, second chance, and a ton of other cute romance tropes. Of course, I had to get one like this. It says, "I like my books extra spicy." Of course I do. I love romance, as we are all very aware. This is just adorable. I love the flame on it. This one is also so me. It says, "If I can't bring my Kindle, I'm not coming." My Kindle literally goes with me everywhere. Like, sometimes I bring that thing out to the bars. You know, if I'm like, okay, I have a long train ride, I might as well just bring my Kindle and put it in my tiny little purse. So yes, I really do bring my Kindle almost everywhere with me. I'm obsessed with it. Changed my life. Love it. And then I kind of wanted to mix up the shapes, so I picked up this "Do Not Disturb" sign. It says "Reading in Progress." And yeah, I just didn't want too many square, bookish shaped ones, so I thought this was a nice addition to the little design I'm gonna make on my Kindle. And I also love flowers and stuff, so I picked up these two flower designs. Yeah, I love these purple colors, and I just love flower art in general, so this will really suit what I'm going for. I've seen some people like not stick the stickers onto the Kindle, and I'm like, I kind of want to just commit because I don't think I'm gonna change up the stickers really. All right, so let's figure out how we're gonna design this. I have some thoughts. This is definitely not going on. Also, I gotta consider that like the pop socket will probably go like here. And I don't know if I want things to be like off center or tilted or anything like that, besides maybe like the flowers. Or is that like boring? I don't know if I want things to be like turned off center. Yeah, I don't love that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Then we can put the flowers like up here like this. OMG, the pressure to get this right. Yeah, that fits pretty good. Oh man, I'm nervous. The commitment! They're just stickers, it's whatever, you know. Don't freak out, don't freak out. Gorgeous. Okay, that is definitely not perfectly straight. Fuck. Oh well, not perfect. Not the end of the world, and I'll get over it. Okay, that one's better. More straight. Ooh, I really like that. Really like that one. Great job, Daphne. Great job, great job, great job. My pop socket will go somewhere here. Put this "Do Not Disturb" guy somewhere here. Should I put the flowers first? Because I kind of want them to go underneath the "Do Not Disturb." Oh, pressure to get this just right. Pray for that. We're praying for it. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Like they're in the same little bundle. Love that. All right. There's the layout. I will say these stickers are super sticky. Like once they get down, like it's really hard to pick them up. It's definitely not perfectly straight, but it's more straight than that one. Then we can put the case on. Ooh, it's so cute. I'm so happy. And let's put the pop socket on. I guess I'll just stick it right there. I'll take this little protective cover off of it. Oh my God, I haven't used a pop socket in so long. These are easier to maneuver, so it's not a do or die situation for this. Okay, how's that? This kind of high. I need to lower it. You know, fuck it. We'll leave it there. All right, so here is the completed Kindle. It is so cute and charming. I absolutely love it. I ended up moving the pop socket lower and more in the middle. I was trying to move it more to the left because I'm left-handed, but I was like turning it this way and then moving it to my left, but it ended up being further to the right. So I readjusted this a couple of times. Hopefully it doesn't fall off because it was really easy to just pull off. But yes, I absolutely love it, and I can just picture myself on the subway just being the cutest. Am I calling myself cute? I just think it's gonna be so cute to just like be on the subway rocking with my customized Kindle case. I love it. It's a vibe. So I'm really pleased with how it turned out, but let's move on and I'll tell you about the KU books I have on my Kindle. I'm gonna start with the oldest books that I have on my Kindle from KU. So the first book I'm gonna talk to you about is Forbidden. This is a single dad sports romance. It's the fourth book in a series, but I guess when I downloaded it, that didn't bother me. Apparently our heroine owns a gym, and this guy, Aiden, who is a former fighter who she had admired. She had like posters of him in her room. I guess she enjoys fighting as well. He walks into her gym and apparently he owns the gym now. And she is very attracted to him, but he's much older than her and she thinks he's not interested, but they're sparring one night and turns out maybe her feelings aren't as one-sided as she may have thought. He also has a daughter, not really sure how old the daughter is, but it sounds really interesting and can't wait to finally prioritize that. The next book I've had on here for a super long time is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. This is a like star-crossed lovers, maybe, just like really bad timing with this couple. Like for whatever reason, the timing just never works for them to be together. And our heroine is an alcoholic, which is really sad, and the sirens are going. Okay guys, as I was waiting for the sirens to stop, I was gonna read the synopsis of Heart Recaptured, which is the second book in the Hades Hangman series by Tilly Cole. I read the first one months ago, and I've just been kind of dragging my feet continuing the series, but I really wanted to. But I went on my Kindle app and I'm like trying to read the details of the book, and it's like, oh, it's getting an error. So I'm like, all right, let me just go to Goodreads. And it says the Hades Hangman series has been taken down from Amazon and is no longer for sale. What? I mean, this book was about like these abused women escaping a cult and not joining but being rescued by this motorcycle gang, and it was very dark. I'm shocked. I wonder what the tea is with why this has been removed. Oh my God, so this is like such a tangent at this point, but I was hearing rumors about some like KKK romanticized book or whatever, but I didn't think it was this series. It's definitely not this book in the series. I knew further down the line, maybe like book 4 or 5, it was gonna be a romance about one of the cult leader, well, one of the men that were involved in this cult that was like really abusive to women. And I was like, well, that's weird. Like he's not on the right side of the story. But if he's the hero of the story, you would think there was like more nuance, or like maybe he's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how she was gonna make that work, but apparently it was getting criticized on TikTok for romanticizing like racist KKK type people. Darkness Embraced features fictional main character Tanner Aris, heir to the Texas KKK, where he meets Adaleta, the daughter of the most brutal cartel in Mexico. Instant enemies, fall in love, only to be thrust in the middle of a war between the two groups. Can you write a romance about that? It's weird, but like, I don't think it's like impossible for someone who was in a horrible group and who was a horrible person to like not be that anymore. I don't know, but I didn't read it. I don't know. So yeah, okay, wow, moving on. I guess that doesn't exist, really. The next book I want to talk about is The Word. This is an enemies to lovers romance about mistakes, forgiveness, and second chances. I think these two knew each other as adolescents or whatever. Our hero is now like a rock star. Their lives cross again. If I remember how people described it, I think she's like kind of his babysitter. Like she has to make sure he's not like screwing around and is focused for their tour, like their musical tour. It's a super long book, but the booktube girlies love it, so intrigued. Next, I have Funny Feelings. This is a romance about stand-up comedians, which is like enough said. I've never read a book like that. Very intrigued. I also have Waking Olivia. This is like a new adult romance that takes place in college. Olivia is a runner. I think she was like a D1 athlete, but she's having a lot of issues. She has a bit of not really insomnia, but like sleepwalking. That's actually sleep running. She has like a lot of maybe demons that she's, you know, emotionally running from, subconsciously running from, and it's a romance with her and the coach. So a little bit of a taboo romance. I also have Mile High. I think this is the first book. It better be the first book. Is this the first book? Okay, this is a hockey romance. It's between a hockey player and a flight attendant. So she works on the like team's plane, and I believe she's also a curvy heroine. So intrigued about that. I've heard really amazing things. Then I have The Rebel King by Kennedy Ryan. This is the second book to The Kingmaker. The Kingmaker kind of left off on this really big cliffhanger where our heroine was like kidnapped by these like cartel type people in a foreign country. But I just haven't continued. I was a little confused. I think the second book is the same couple. It has to be, because like that didn't end logically. To be a romance, like it has to end happily. But yeah, I don't know. I just haven't been that pressed to continue the series, but I haven't, and I probably should finish it. I really enjoy Kennedy Ryan's writing in general, so I do want to read her backlist. But yeah, these characters I think are like pushing 40, which is fine. But I just wasn't like in the mood for that. Plus I was kind of pissed at these characters because in The Kingmaker, no spoilers, but there's a huge time jump, and I just felt like it was just such a waste of time for them as human beings to like, I don't know, you just like lost 10 plus years of potentially being happily in love because of like bullshit. So yeah. The next book I have downloaded is Dustwalker. I definitely downloaded this off a recommendation. I did not remember what this was about. It's by Tiffany Roberts. Tiffany Roberts, I've read a handful of their books and I really enjoy them. They're quite fun. They're the author pair that wrote that spider romance series. I read the first one, and that one, I should probably continue it. It's pretty fun. And I read another book by them, the Incubus one. So yeah, I was like, yeah, Tiffany Roberts. But apparently the hero is a robot, and I did not remember that. It seems very sci-fi. So he's a robot, and this human woman, Laura, is looking for her missing sister. They're on this like weird planet, I imagine, or this weird futuristic warlord is like ruling them. She needs the robot's help to find her sister, and he just asks her to dance for him in exchange, which is a very strange request. And she's like, yeah, sure, that's easy, but he's like falling in love with her. He's feeling for like the first time, I guess, because he's a robot, and she can't help but see him for more than just circuits and machinery. I had no idea that was what this book was about. So I don't know if that makes me more or less excited about it. Maybe less. Then the next book I have was another one I downloaded just off pure recommendation. It's called The Wrong Bride. This is a story about a man who's supposed to marry this woman, but that woman doesn't want to marry him. So he ends up marrying her sister, and this sister has been pining for him for a very long time. So it says she's his fiance's younger sister. He's the man she's always loved. I don't know if it's mafia-esque. Is this mafia? Like, what other reason would you have to force a marriage? Billionaire arranged marriage, sister's ex-fiance, best friend's older brother, 10-year age gap, unrequited love are the tropes. Next, I have Powerless by Elsie Silvers. This is the third book in the Chestnut Spring series. So book 1, I really enjoyed. Book 2, I loved, 5 stars. So I really want to continue this series. I've just been slow about it. I kind of want to read her backlist also with the like Horse Ranch whatever series. After the Races was like the first book, I think. But I do want to read this. It says 2 childhood friends, 2 broken hearts, 1 impromptu road trip to get away from everything. That's all that was supposed to be. After all, I've been living in the friend zone for years now. But hockey heartthrob Jasper isn't looking at me like a friend anymore, and he isn't touching me like one either. So yeah, it just seems like a lot of pining. I do really want to continue and get to the rest of the books in this series because I really enjoyed Elsie Silver's writing. Then I have Whitney, My Love by Judith McNaught. I don't know that much about it. It's a historical romance, and apparently it's quite controversial. I think maybe there were some controversial scenes written in the original edition of this. I'm not quite sure, but some people really, really love it, and I'm just like super intrigued. It's very long. I think it's like 500 plus pages for a romance, but still intrigued to get to it. Then I have one that I'm very excited about called Out on a Limb. This was Ava's from Ava's Romance Books, like top book for a moment, if not still this year. Both of these main characters have what I'll say are limb disabilities. Our heroine has like a hand deformity, I believe, like her hand is really small. Our hero has a missing leg. They fall in love, and I think it's a surprise pregnancy, which isn't a spoiler. I think that's like in the synopsis. Like, why else would I know that? And it's them making it work and co-parenting and falling in love. I also have The Demon's Bargain by Katie Robert. This is just continuing that A Deal with a Demon series. I think this is like the 4th book. I don't even know what the order of these books is anymore. Yeah, it doesn't say the order, it just says 5 books. So I hope this one doesn't, I don't know. I don't know if they like spoil each other, but hopefully not. The series has been really fun. I loved the first one. That was like the Dragon's Bride one that I'm obsessed with. I think about that all the time. That's like my Roman Empire, honestly. The second book with the fishy guy I did not like. The third book with the gargoyle guy was like fine, but like nothing special. So hopefully like we can get back on track and like have a super fun time, because again, the first one, like I think about it constantly. And then the other ones, just like I could have done without. So I just want to get another like gem out of Katie Robert, because sometimes she knocks it out of the park for me, and other times I'm just like, what was that? I think this one is about the non-binary demon person who has like no eyes, and they're really intriguing. They're always like looking out for the heroines in the other books, so I'm excited to see them get their romance. I also have Sanctuary of Kings. I'm currently reading this. This is like the 3rd book in the Tempting Monsters series. It's okay. I'm just maybe burnt out on Why Choose. I'm just like really not feeling Why Choose right now. I mean, I know I've been flashing it. It's this whole video. But yeah, I'm like 20% of the way through and I'm just like, Why Choose is just like really not tickling my fancy right now. Then I have Take You Down by McKay Marie. This is a booktuber. Her channel is Hey It's McKay or something like that. And this is her first published book, so congratulations to her. I'm really excited to get to this and support her artistic author project. There's another booktuber girly that I don't follow that also wrote a book. I think her name's like something Fox, and I want to read her book also and do like a booktubers gone authors vlog for it. So that should be fun. And then these last 4 I downloaded today because I was like, ooh, I got space on my Kindle library, so I might as well download some more KU books. I have Credence by Penelope Douglas. I've really enjoyed reading Penelope Douglas's books. I think I've read only 2 so far. I read Punk 57 and Birthday Girl, and they both surprised me. I really enjoyed them. The taboo aspects I think were handled very well, so I'm excited to explore more of her backlist. This one says, 3 of them, 1 of her, and a remote cabin in the woods. Let the hot winter nights ensue. Okay, so I just said I'm over Why Choose, but I'm pretty sure in this one she does choose 1 man, and these men happen to be like her parents' family friends. It's like her parents' family friend, this man, and his 2 sons, and she has a romance with like each of them, and then I think she chooses 1. They're like family because her parents die, so they like, she ends up living with her uncle, but he's not blood related to her. Like, I'm pretty sure that's right. So that's where the taboo aspect comes into the story. Then I have Indigo Ridge by Daphne Perry. This would be my first Daphne Perry. I was looking it up and apparently this is a good place to start for Daphne Perry. She has a bunch of series and I believe it's a bit of romantic suspense. It's a small town enemies to lovers romance. Our heroine is a police officer or something. I think actually she's the chief of police, which is okay. I've never read a book with a female police chief before, so intrigued by that. And this man who hates her, she thinks he's insufferable, arrogant, and keeps reminding everyone that she's an outsider. I don't really know, but there's also a mystery because there's some murder that happened and they need to figure it out. We'll see how it goes with the romantic suspense. I haven't read that many romantic suspense books. I did read Catherine Cowell's, one of her romantic suspense series, and it was fine. I mean, sometimes I find it a little distracting from the romance, but I'll give it a shot. I also have The Deal downloaded by Elle Kennedy. This is like almost, I don't even know if it's like classic on Romance Book Talk or BookTube, but it's just, I think it's like fairly old. I think it was published a really long time ago. I know the Next Generation book just came out, so like the children of the people in this original series, that's coming out, you know, now. And I'm just intrigued. I want to catch up. My interest has been piqued. This first book, I believe, is just like the classic jock versus nerdy girl, and she makes a deal with him to help him like study if he teaches her how to like be sexy and like attract some guy she likes. A classic setup of a rom-com or like early 2000s romance movie, you know what I mean? But I'll give it a shot. I haven't read an Elle Kennedy book before. And then the last book I have downloaded on my KU library is All Scot and Bothered by Kerrigan Byrne. This is the second book in a series. The first one I really loved. I gave it 5 stars, I think 2 years ago now. And I kind of just forgot about the series until fairly recently, and I put this on my KU TBR list on Amazon, and as I was downloading books today, I was like, what is this random second book in a historical romance that I have here? And I was like, oh, I forgot. I really enjoyed how Kerrigan Byrne wrote that other book. So intrigued to get into this. So our heroine, Cecilia, was an orphan facing like a horrible future, but a secret benefactor like gave her a ton of money, and she ended up going to this prestigious boarding school and went to university. So she was like prepped for high society and everything. And then all of a sudden she inherits this gambling establishment. So she runs this like gaming hall, I guess. I think her gaming hall is quite notorious. And then this man, Cassius, the Lord Chief Justice of the High Court, is investigating this gaming hell that she owns. But he doesn't realize she owns it, but he sees her in like high society and at balls, I guess. And I think he's like falling in love with her, but he doesn't realize like she's the person he's investigating. I'm so intrigued. We'll see how this goes. I have a lot of faith in this author, so I think it'll be a good fun time. All right, so those are all the books I have from KU downloaded onto my Kindle. I hope you enjoyed watching me decorate this and go through all the books that are on my radar on KU. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it, and obviously it helps out my channel. And I will catch you in another video. Bye!